Hey everyone, Michael Kerr here with another 5 minutes with. In this case, I have the very energetic Michelle Cederberg, my good friend and fellow speaker. She's an amazing, dynamic speaker. And in fact, speaking of energetic, Michelle, we're going to talk about what kind of energy you're bringing into your workplace. So,
Mhm.
Michelle, why does this topic matter? What in terms of people, especially leaders, showing up with their energy?
I often say to my audiences, how does the energy in the room change when you walk in? It's
Right,
important because people don't always pay attention to the energy that they bring to their space. They just walk in their own head, carrying their baggage
right.
and not necessarily fully aware of what they're putting out. It could be really bad stuff. And I think we need to be more aware of that.
Right. The simple guideline I sometimes remind audiences of is simply this. Are people happier to see you come in the room or are they happier to see you leave the room?
Exactly.
So,
Are they diverting their eyes not to make eye contact? Are they saying, hey, good to see you? We need to pay attention to that because we get so caught up on our own heads. And I don't think, no matter what level you're at, no matter how bad of a day you're having, I don't think it's fair for you to foist all of your badness onto everybody else just because you're having a bad day.
foist your badness. That's a great phrase.
Foist
Do
your
not
badness.
foist your badness onto people. So, Michelle, when you talk about energy, like what are you actually talking about? Are you talking about this? You're not talking
Well,
about this in a woo-woo new age kind of way, right?
no, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the physical energy that we bring into the
Yeah.
space. And you know it, and I know it. Like any one of us can walk into a room and suddenly feel what the energy is in the room. Something, something's happy is happening, and everybody's having a party, or it's like, ooh, who died? And it's that kind of, we put that energy out, how we carry ourselves in our face, in our body language as we're moving. And, sometimes people walk in like they've got the weight of the world, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't sure I want to talk to them because I don't have enough time to unpack all of that.
Right.
And then there are times when there's people that come in with a great big smile, and all you want to do is gravitate towards that person. I think we need to do that as much as we can, um, even on our bad days, and that's a tough one.
Totally, totally. And I think we've all been in those situations where you feel the energy in the room shift, right? All of a sudden, like a cloud has darkened the room when
Yeah.
a certain person walks in. So on that point, Michelle, what do we do? And like we all have, I have crappy days, I have bad hair days. What do we do though when we go into work with a really crappy? We're in a crappy mood. We had a rough night, whatever, some crap's going on. We're having a bad hair day. What can we do about our energy in those cases?
That's a really good question because first off, I think that we need to admit it to ourselves when we're having a bad day, just like, wow. Admit it to ourselves, admit it to others. If somebody sees you and says, oh, like, how you doing? Don't fake it. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Rather say, you know what? I've had better days. I'm working on it. And then you might get that emotional pat on the back from somebody. So just admit it. But I also think that it's important. You're having a bad day.
Right.
Fool your face.
Tell your face.
Yep. Tell your face if you're
Tell
having a
your
bad
face.
day. It sounds like it's a silly thing, but we actually get a physiological change when we
Right.
put a smile on our face. And maybe it's just because we feel stupid,
as, as,
but once we smile long enough, it is going to increase those positive endorphins and we start to
I'm,
shift,
I'm
right?
smiling. I feel like as long as you're not doing it in that creepy, maniacal, I'm going to take over the world in an evil way kind
Well,
of.
and I don't want people to fake it till they make it, but I will say this, if you're having a tough time, you got choices. Take care of it or say nothing. And the take
Hmm.
care of it can mean I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to use my employment
Right.
EAP. I'm going
Right.
to connect to people so that I'm not constantly spreading negative because it doesn't feel good for you, I'm sure. Sure. And it
No.
certainly isn't fun for the people around you. So get the help you need, ask for it if you need to. Admit to people you're having a tough day, but don't just feel like you can, barf your unhappiness on everybody in the office. That's no fun either.
Did you say bark or barf?
Barf, barf. And
Okay.
ooh, I'm having a bad
Yeah.
day. Ooh, everything's awful.
I,
Oh,
I
tell
think
me
I
about
think
your bad
either
stuff.
applies. And is it not true that if we fess up that we're having a bad day, it kind of creates that safety for other people to do the same, right? So they don't
Yeah,
feel like they
yeah.
have to fake it.
Especially as leaders, I think that you need to set the tone. It's like, I'm human, I'm imperfect, I have tough days. So it's okay to have a bad day. Ask for help if you need to, but don't share it with
No,
everybody in the negative
no,
side.
no. Well, and on that note, we're coming down to 10 seconds here on 5 minutes with Michelle Cederberg. So to wrap up, let's just remind people energy is incredibly contagious. Would you not agree?
I agree.
I
Smile and get you right through it.